So right here, you're going to add an image. So I just added an image onto my Kami document. And so for this one, my students are about to read a article about bees. And so again, it's just a picture of a bee. And I've got a lot of different students in my classroom, some with special needs, but also some that are EL. And so what students are going to do is they are first going to look at the image individually. So they're going to individually brainstorm their own background knowledge about this image. And so they might come on here and they might use like the drawing tool and they might write out like wing. And they could like draw an arrow. They could also use the text box and maybe they come here and add in body. And then actually students would probably just put body. They wouldn't add the abdomen yet. All right, so then here I'm gonna write like this is a head, this is the eye. Students could even come in here and use the voice comment to add additional things like antenna. Maybe they don't know how to spell that. Students can also maybe say that this is a purple flower, right? So they're coming in and they're annotating all around this image, okay? After they do their brainstorm, students are going to pair up and they're going to share their annotations with each other. So you could either have students just share computers or you could have them come in and share their link. So they could come in, share the link, send it to that other student, and then they could even add additional ideas on this document. And they could kind of plus one, like, oh, yeah, I had this one. Two, yeah, I didn't have that one. They could kind of decide what they had and what they did not have. After the students are paired with a group, and typically I will set a timer, then what happens is as a whole group, we'll come back and we're going to label the image together. So when we're labeling it, I will ask students to help kind of share what they have found. So like, for example, the student might say wing, head, eyes, flower, body. But then I also want to build their knowledge. Okay, so you want to start building up their prior knowledge. So yes, students know a couple of these different words, right? But what I really want to start doing is I really want to start pointing out, um, maybe they said bug. So maybe a student said the word bug. So I want to come over here and I want to write insect, right? That is a synonym for bug. And so then students are starting to hear more vocabulary words. Students are able to kind of compare about what they're hearing, what they're seeing. And then you can cover new words that haven't been added to them yet. And you can kind of help the students see those connections with each other. And so after the students then do this activity, what's going to happen is then they are going to stop and kind of think about all of those words, okay? And they're going to create using sentence stems to help them think about it, a paragraph. So sometimes I will help students and I will kind of show them maybe this like chart here. So I've got are, bees have, can. And bees are insects, small, tiny, important. And sometimes I will just give this by itself for the students. Bees have wings, 3 body parts, a head, right? They can fly, and so on. And so students kind of create this graphic organizers of the are, they have, and they can. And then here are some sentence starters for the students. Bees are, bees have, some bees can. And so then what they have to do is after we kind of brainstorm and talk about those, they have to come down here and they have to fill out this last piece for a paragraph. They have to infer. What do they infer about bees? So I can infer that dot, 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 because, right? And they want to provide that reasoning that we did from our direction from this image. So after students build their paragraph, they're able to use their labeled image to support them, their partner talk, and those sentence stems. Then what you can have is you can have your students practice reading by using that voice comment or the screen capture, and they can practice that fluency of reading their paragraph, and then you're ready to start that unit. And again, it really helps with building that vocabulary within our students.